Journey to the Center of the Earth. It all began in Hamburg, in the dusty study of my uncle, the esteemed Professor Otto Lidenbrock. He was a man of explosive impatience and towering intellect. That afternoon he burst in, brandishing a dusty Icelandic manuscript. "Axel, look!" he boomed, his eyes alight with feverish excitement. Inside, a small, coded parchment fluttered out. It was a secret, a puzzle from a forgotten age, and my uncle was determined to solve it, no matter the cost. For days, the professor stormed and raged, unable to crack the cryptic runes. I, however, stumbled upon the secret by chance, fanning myself with the parchment. In a mirror's reflection, I saw the Latin words backwards and realized the code was a simple transposition cipher. The message was from a 16th century alchemist, Arne Saknussemm, who claimed to have found a passage to the Earth's core through the crater of the Icelandic volcano, Snæfellsjökull. My uncle's mind was made up instantly. We would follow in Saknussemm's footsteps. Iceland was a land of stark, dramatic beauty. In Reykjavik, we secured the services of a local eiderdown hunter named Hans Bjelke. He was a man of few words, tall and immensely strong, with an unnerving calmness in his pale blue eyes. He listened to my uncle's wild theories without a flicker of emotion, then simply nodded and agreed to be our guide. His quiet competence was a steadying presence against my uncle's frantic energy. The descent into Snæfellsjökull was like stepping into the throat of a sleeping giant. We lowered ourselves and our supplies down into the silent, chilling darkness. For days we followed winding tunnels, our path lit only by the strange, steady glow of our Ruhmkorff lamps. The silence was absolute, broken only by the crunch of our boots on volcanic rock and the echo of our own breathing. Fear, cold and sharp, was my constant companion. Our journey took a perilous turn when we took a wrong passage. Our water ran out. My throat was a desert, my head pounded, and despair began to set in. My uncle, for all his bluster, grew gaunt and desperate. He tried to hide his fear, but I saw it in the frantic way he scanned the unyielding rock walls. We were trapped, miles beneath the surface, dying of thirst in the heart of the earth. It was Hans who saved us. His keen ears detected the faint sound of running water on the other side of the rock. With his pickaxe, he struck the wall with rhythmic, powerful blows. With a final crack, the granite gave way, and a torrent of steaming hot water erupted from the fissure. We drank greedily from the life-saving stream, which we christened the Hansbach in his honor. Hope, warm and rushing, flooded back into us. The Hansbach led us ever downward, until we emerged from a tunnel into a cavern of impossible scale. We stood on the shore of a vast, silent underground ocean, the Lidenbrock Sea, stretching to a horizon we couldn't see. Above us, a strange, electrically charged vapor hung in the air, casting a soft, uniform light. The beach was lined not with trees, but with a forest of gigantic mushrooms, some 40 feet tall. It was a world untouched by time. Hans constructed a sturdy raft from semi-petrified wood, and we set sail across the subterranean sea. Days into our voyage, the placid water erupted. Two colossal prehistoric beasts, an ichthyosaur with the jaws of a crocodile and a plesiosaur with a neck like a monstrous serpent, rose from the depths. They thrashed and battled with terrifying fury, ignoring us completely as they fought their ancient war. We survived the monsters, only to be caught in a storm of unimaginable violence. The wind howled, and the waves rose like mountains. Lightning, not from above but from the glowing vapor all around us, arced across the cavern, striking the water in blinding flashes. A ball of fire engulfed our mast and danced across the deck. We clung to the raft, certain every moment would be our last, tossed helplessly on the raging Lidenbrock Sea. The storm cast us onto a new shore, but our journey was far from over. Our compass now showed we were traveling north again, back the way we came. Worse, the tunnel that should have been our path forward was completely blocked by a massive rockfall. My uncle, refusing to be defeated, made a desperate decision. We would use our remaining gunpowder to blast our way through. The explosion was catastrophic. It didn't just clear the passage, it tore open a chasm beneath us. The sea rushed in, and our raft was sucked into a newly opened vertical shaft. We were no longer sailing, but falling upwards. Trapped in a chimney of an active volcano, we ascended at a terrifying speed, the heat growing more intense by the second, the roar of the earth deafening. With a final, world-shaking convulsion, we were ejected from the volcano's mouth, thrown out amidst ash and steam. We tumbled down a sun-drenched green mountainside. We were alive. We were breathing fresh air. Confused, we asked a local boy where we were. We were not in Iceland, but on the slopes of Mount Stromboli in Italy. Against all odds, we had journeyed through the center of the earth and returned to its beautiful, sunlit surface.